Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, from Los Sancho, Mexico, weighing in at 183 pounds, he was the first ever WCPW Internet Champion, the Mexican sensation, El Ligero.
Well, as you just heard, El Ligero was indeed the first ever Internet Champion here in WCPW, but if he was to get a win here in this non-title match against the WCPW champion, Joe Hendry, that might put him right in contention for a title match.
Indeed, and you know, being the former champion sometimes doesn't sound as impressive until you realise he lost that title to Cody Rhodes. Ligero has been in the ring with some of the best wrestlers across the planet, but right now he steps into the ring with the man in What Culture Pro Wrestling, and that man is the local hero, Joe Hendry, who is the local hero is a long way from home, but he might still feel heroic. That's the level of confidence that leader of the Prestige brings with him everywhere he goes now.
Well, he's neither local nor a hero as far as I'm concerned. The utter lack of compassion that Joe Hendry showed for Martin Kirby in winning that title was absolutely disgusting. One of the most disturbing things I've ever seen at ringside at a pro wrestling event.
And was it me, or Ligero was in the top of his entrance pose and suddenly Hendry's music cut straight in? Psychological warfare right from the offset in your main event.
And his opponent, from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in tonight at 228 pounds, he is the WCPW champion. This is the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry, with that title belt over his shoulder, the thing he has craved more than any other prize in pro wrestling for the past year, and it has driven him to some places that I didn't think we would ever see Joe Hendry go to.
Well, Dave, I've been saying from the beginning, I believe if Hendry harnesses that anger, that frustration, that disappointment, he could become a world beater. And unfortunately, it was at the hands of Martin Kirby, because you know I'm a big fan of the Curbmeister, right? But Joe Hendry has become everything that I thought he could become. I mean, this guy he reminds me a lot of The Rock.
Well, but look how Hendry's done it. Look how he's done it. He couldn't do it on his own, so he had to get a gang around him, the Prestige, and now he won't shut up about it. In fact, he's got a microphone now, for goodness sake. Get on with the match.
Doesn't matter if you win or lose, Dave Bradshaw, as long as you win. Bobby Heenan taught me that when I was a kid. Someone's got a puncture.
The prestigious one has been having a little think. Because, let's be honest, let's just cut to the chase. Let's address the elephant in the room. You all know that I've been here in Canada before. And you know that I'm the prestigious one. But how about for one night, have a little bit of fun? Now I know in a promo before I came here I said that this would be a non-title match. But I've heard the passion of the Canadian fans and I've made a decision about this belt tonight. What do you say, folks?
What?
Oh, no way.
I have heard the passion of each and every single Canadian fan tonight. And I have decided that the WCPW Championship will never be defended in Canada.
Charming. Isn't he a delight?
It's a slow
Let me tell you the reason. The reason is because you're some of the worst I've ever seen. You think this is an opera? Hey, shut up when I'm talking.
It's getting hot in here. That's what you call heat.
To these fans.
You all think this is an opportunity for you to come out with your idiot friends and go 10, 10, 10 and 2 sweet, like you think you run the show. Well, you don't. I run the show.
Wow. Hendry is channeling the spirit of every veteran ever to rip into current independent wrestling fans.
You people might not understand, but I'm on a crusade to save professional wrestling. That brings me to you, El Ligero. If you're not getting a shot at this championship title, then do you really want to risk your health by going against the prestigious one? Because I consider that getting in my way, because I've got big plans for this championship title. I'm on a crusade to make this the most prestigious championship in all of professional wrestling, and you're not getting a shot, so you're getting in my way. And you know what happens to people who get in my way. You know what happened to Martin Kirby when I smashed his skull off the canvas time and time and time again. He will never be the same.
Oh, you're going to boast about that, are you? Arrogance of this man is unreal. I concur.
So before we get started, you need to realize that life is all about doing the right thing, and you need to do the right thing. And I'm giving you the opportunity to walk away and preserve your health. One chance, Ligero. Walk away. What are you going to do, Ligero? Walk away.
Well, Hendry's making this offer to Ligero. Stop it. I'm not going to be quiet for him or for you.
I want to see what's going to happen.
Of course Ligero's not going to walk away. Stop it. Well, Ligero's understanding of English isn't...
Oh, Davey, hit with the belt before the bell. No. Genius.
Well, that can't... Well, you can't start the match now.
Why can't he? Come on, give me one get out your wrestling rules for dummies book. Tell me why he can't.
Don't hit your opponent with a championship belt. Probably rule number 1.
I'll tell you what, I'm not the kind of person to be a senseless cheerleader for anyone, but I'm becoming a big fan of Joe Hendry. This attitude is the attitude of champions, which is ironic because he is a champion. So it's obviously a champion's attitude.
What happened?
I'll stop doing that.
What happened to Joe Hendry?
What happened?
Once a fan favourite here.
What do you think happened? Let me tell you what happened. Joe Hendry, slowly but surely, saw all of these other people getting the opportunities because he was being too nice. You know the expression, nice guys finish last? You heard that one before?
Yes.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Is Joe Hendry going to finish last? He switched it. He changed the dial to another channel, and that channel is called the Channel of Champions. Joe Hendry's channel.
Well, he's won the championship, but he's lost his soul in the process. As I said, what he did to Martin Kirby to win the title was absolutely vile. And El Ligero is feeling the wrath of this new, completely heartless Joe Hendry.
That's a good word. It is the wrath for Joe Hendry. I quite like that as a theme, as a concept, the wrath of Joe Hendry.
And of course, Hendry might be on his own tonight, but often has backup with him. Now he's the leader of this group, the Prestige, with Joe Coffey and Travis Banks, BT Gunn.
The most prestigious group in British wrestling today, I hasten to add. Oh, look at this.
Well, he's going for the freak of nature to finish this early, and Ligero finds a way out, despite being cold-cocked by that championship belt at the start.
Despite being what?
Cold-cocked. That's a phrase.
That's why I don't pee outside in the snow.
Ligero with the he's so childish, ridiculous. Ligero gets a crossbody, gets
freak of nature again. It's coming. Oh.
Ligero lands on his feet. Great agility from the luchador Enziguri on Hendry. And again, don't forget Joe Hendry, regardless of the outcome of this non-title match, going to defend that WCPW title in a rematch against Martin Kirby tomorrow on What Culture Extra as part of the event he is calling HendryMania.
That's a catchy name.
It's not a catchy name. Didn't like it when it was Kirby Mania, but at least Martin Kirby had some kind of basic human integrity. And Kirby is going to be very much a fan favourite, you've got to think, even though Hendry will be in his hometown of Edinburgh at HendryMania. As Hendry takes this into the crowd, back to your favourite part of the building. Lots of other action as well coming up from Edinburgh tomorrow on What Culture Extra. Gabriel Kidd, fresh off his successful internet title defence against Zack Sabre Jr., defends against one of the hottest talents in Scotland, Kenny Williams.
That's talk about insult to injury. He smashed him with a giant Kirby sign. Sorry, carry on.
Thanks. I didn't realise I needed your permission, but I will anyway.
I was just doing colour. I was giving colour. It was a black and white sign.
El Ligero, by the way, for his part, it's also going to be part of HendryMania. He's taking on the massive Dave Mastiff.
Is Joe Hendry going to be at HendryMania?
I've just talked about that.
Sorry, I was distracted by the sign.
Several minutes. A forearm into the side of the head from El Ligero. Oh, goodness me. Ligero into that bar, into the merchandise area.
Oh, that's Joe Hendry's favourite part of the building.
Yeah, I'm sure he sells loads. Really popular guy, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's stablemate in the Prestige, Joe Coffey, is going to face Rampage at HendryMania. That's going to be an interesting showdown, to say the least, between two of the hardest hitters in the world. But, you know, it all really does ultimately come down to the fate of that WCPW title. As much as I've had my differences with Martin Kirby, I would like nothing more than to see Martin Kirby take that belt from Hendry in Edinburgh tomorrow.
You're such a flip-flopper. Look at this. Like, oh, cross-body. Onto the, oh, he's just bent that chair. Beyond recognition.
It's a stall now. Ligero has, with that crossbody on the chairs, taken a distinct advantage here over the WCPW champion. And Hendry is reeling. Ligero once again sends Hendry into the chairs. These fans need to get out of the way. This is a dangerous place to be when you've got El Ligero and the reigning champion Joe Hendry near you. Look at these chops from Hendry. That vicious streak coming out again.
And that's where you can see, you know, interestingly, El Ligero has changed his attire. Normally those legs are covered, and it almost created an optical illusion, because now's the time you can see how much smaller El Ligero is to everybody else. You know, he looks so tiny in many ways, particularly when it comes to the legs, to Joe Hendry, and that's why Joe Hendry's able to manhandle the Mexican sensation, but that will change it. That will change it.
El Ligero has never seen a platform that he doesn't want to dive off of.
And believe me, this place is a dive.
That's not very nice.
Well, let's see how cheap the drinks are.
About as polite to our Canadian host as Hendry was.
Oh no, Canada's a great place.
Oh, great, yeah.
Just his venue.
Yeah. Oh, Corderas takes a hit from Hendry. Ligero, the ace crusher. There's no referee. Ligero's going to maybe go for the Mexican wave. And he hits it. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Ligero should have just beaten the champion. This is absurd. Where's the ref? Now that, come on. Ligero had Hendry beat.
Well, I mean, it wasn't Hendry that hit the ref. I know what you're complaining about.
This is a low blow from Hendry. Disgusting.
Ligero's in the fetal position there. Looks like a little lucha baby.
Ligero left writhing in agony on the canvas after that low blow. This one should be over and Ligero should have a win against the prestigious one. And now he's got a chair, there's still no referee. Can we please get a second referee down here? If anyone in the back can hear this. Hendry is setting up that chair, wedging it between the top and middle turnbuckles. You're going to condone this as well?
Oh, I just think it's wonderful. I'd love to see Ligero try and humble brag his way out of this one on Twitter tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Had such a great time in Canada being battered by the local hero, Joe Hendry.
Ligero counters. Hendry tried to send him into the chair and a low blow, this time from Ligero. Will turn around is fair play. And Hendry goes headfirst into the chair. Good. Ligero's going to the top. Maybe the Mexican wave a second time.
Come on, Hendry, move.
Second time.
But there's no referee, Dave Bradshaw.
Ligero has had the WCBW champion beaten twice, and he might do it here. Oh no! Hendry got out. Ligero has had this one, not once but twice. And if that referee had been a split second earlier, he would have had it won officially as well.
Can you imagine how it would feel if Joe Hendry went into HendryMania having lost his previous match before that show?
It would feel great.
What do you mean it would feel great? It would feel horrible. I feel horrible just thinking about it. A little bit of vomit came. Oh, look at Ligero. He preaches virtue, he preaches principle, and yet he's holding that chair.
Well, Hendry brought it in. Referee got clobbered again. Hendry pushed Ligero into the referee.
That's what you get.
The blow shot from Hendry. Disgusting. Ligero's out cold, and now he brings Corderas back into the ring.
That's it. Go back to Los Anchos. This one's over.
Oh, come on, not like that. Ligero gets out.
Oh, come on.
Hendry can't believe that his underhanded, cheating tactics have not won him this.
Ligero may have kicked out, Dave Bradshaw, but the real question, which I'm pretty certain we're going to get an answer to shortly, is how much did that take out of the Mexican sensation? I would say everything he had left.
Well,
he's not moved.
Yeah, he hasn't moved since, and Hendry is now dragging him, basically like a dead weight here to the outside. Why is he taking him to the outside? He can't win the match out there.
He really hasn't moved.
What's he doing? What is Hendry doing?
Surely not I thought he was going to give him a freak of nature into the ring post. I was getting overly excited.
Well, it wasn't good news for Ligero anyway, so went face first into the ring apron.
Hendry's got something in mind. What's he?
Oh, he set up some chairs. No, come on. Well, Ligero hit that crossbody through the chairs earlier, but...
Dave, I have a strange intuition about what we may just see.
He's going to send Ligero into the chairs. Oh my! Spine first into the top of one of those chairs. Ligero is a crumpled heap on the arena floor.
My intuition was a dead Ligero becomes a deader Ligero. That's pretty much what happened. There's no coming back from that one.
And now Ligero really is motionless. Ligero starting to stir, but we know just how ruthless Hendry is. We know how much damage he did to Martin Kirby. If you're Ligero, just stay out. Stay out and live to fight another day. He can barely move. El Ligero, like a wounded animal, trying to make his way back to the ring. Referee's already up to a count of 6. There was 4 seconds left for El Ligero to try and make it back.
We'll give credit where it's due. The Mexican sensation has got some heart and some fight left in him. But will it be enough to continue this match, let alone get back in the ring?
He's a second away and he makes it. Ligero made it. He gives the middle finger to Hendry as well. Good for you, El Ligero.
Not the best sign language he could have used in this predicament, because he's going for the freak of nature and Ligero.
Counter from Ligero to beat Hendry, and he nearly did, but there was a half second short.
Oh, C4L.
Get out, he got caught. Ligero got caught by Hendry, who rolled through into a sunset flip. Hendry will grab the out, and he's got the Hendry lock.
Look at that, Dave Bradshaw. Look at the champ, dominant, in command. I mean,
Ligero's ankle is being twisted, almost to a right angle. Look at it.
To a right angle, as in a Kurt angle.
Well, we all know who invented this move, no matter what Joe Hendry will tell you. But Ligero is he's trying to reach the ropes, but Hendry is cinching down on what he calls that Hendry lock.
This crowd firmly behind the challenger.
And Ligero is just about at the ropes. Oh no, he's not.
Oh, that'll be interesting refereeing there.
Well, should be a break, surely. Surely there should be a break. He touched the ropes. Ligero taps out.
I told ya.
Disgusting.
Winner of this contest, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Well, Hendry gets his victory. I'm sure he's very happy with himself, but
don't say it so solemnly. The champ has proven why he has the gold right here in Canada. This is the point where you should say Joe Hendry deserves the championship, and going into HendryMania, the entire WCPW roster should be on notice, because the local hero has never, and I mean ever, looked better. That's how you do it.
Hang on a second. No, you've got your win.
Perhaps he wants to shake his hand.
Of course he doesn't. Ligero being put in the corner here by Hendry. Referee, get in there. Referee! This is what he did to Kirby.
Oh, it's Kirby!
Here comes Kirby! Martin Kirby comes to the rescue of El Ligero. And Hendry is running away like the coward that he is. Well, if Martin Kirby is the man standing tall in Edinburgh at the end of his title match with Joe Hendry, we may have a new WCPW champion. Martin Kirby is in hot pursuit of the champion as we head to Edinburgh and HendryMania.